What's up, Space Pirates? This is your captain, the certifiably suave Dr. Disaster, and it is time that we talk about this Warhammer controversy that is playing out right now, with Games Workshop trying to gaslight and bully their own long-standing customers.
He's full of shit!
Yeah, they're completely full of shit as they try to retcon their own lore and then lie and say that it's always been this way. Now, I'm not a big Warhammer player or anything like that, but I have always loved the concept. I appreciate the grim-dark setting and the lore that I've been exposed to, and apparently I'm not alone in thinking that wokeness has no damn place in such a universe at all. Imagine a future where armies of horrible people and creatures battle for supremacy, but they make sure to be as inclusive as possible because they aren't monsters after all. It's just completely out of place.
Soon you will see things more horrible than you can even imagine. Well, maybe not that horrible, but still pretty bad.
Alright, me hearties, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet, and also, don't forget to follow me over on Twitter where my handle is Dr. Disaster1. But let's have a look at what's going on in the Warhammer world right now by reading this article from That Park Place. And, as a disclaimer real quick, I apologize to any of you out there who are Warhammer mega fans if I get any of the pronunciations or anything like that wrong. I actually just started getting into the lore about a year ago when Magic the Gathering put out the Warhammer cards. I've yet to play the game or paint any models, and now that's unlikely to change with this crap happening, which is really sad. I want to get into the hobby. But anyhow, yeah, let's read this article, which tells us numerous Warhammer players cancel their subscriptions and announce a boycott of Games Workshop after announcement of female Adeptus Custodes.
Why are you the way that you are? Honestly, every time I try to do something fun, you make it not that way.
And that's just what these bozos need, too. A frickin' boycott. They believe they're too big to fail and that they can just tell hordes of fans to go pound sand. But I don't see that working out for them in the long run. Anyhow, excerpts from the upcoming 10th edition of Codex Adeptus Custodes revealed that Games Workshop was adding females to the all-male faction. One excerpt reads, Custodian Calades Tarvalia Kesh. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but anyhow, this character stood upon the bridge of a Cobra-class destroyer named Vigilant Flame. The warship belonged to the mighty battle fleet Solar. She lingered in the shadows at the back of the bridge, positioned at a spot where she could observe the actions of every crew member, be they in the instrumentation pits, at the armament shrines, or, in the case of Shipmaster Lethwick, stood ramrod straight before his command throne. Games Workshop confirmed the retcon, but chose to gaslight its own fans and players by claiming that there have always been female Custodes. The company posted on X, since the first of the 10,000 were created, there have always been female custodians. And one thing I'd like to point out is this message Games Workshop put out to the players at one point. It says, Warhammer is for everyone. One of the great powers of our hobby is the ability to bring people together, blah, blah, blah. Let's skip to the next paragraph where it says, our fantasy settings are grim and dark, but that is not a reflection of who we are or how we feel the real world should be.
No shit. Sherlock.
Wow, what a revelation. You don't think the real world should be filled with, murderous armies of creatures and people killing each other with no thought of anyone's humanity? This isn't exactly the sort of setting that you imagine yourself being in. Yeah, for some reason though, these idiots try to conflate characters in the game with people in real life. Nobody is saying that people of all kinds can't enjoy the game. We're simply saying that we shouldn't change the lore. But let's look at their parting gift in this message to the fans at the bottom. It says, "And if you feel the same way, wherever and whoever you are, we're glad you're part of the Warhammer community. If not, you will not be missed."
I believe you.
Just keep that in mind as we look at the community response to this. The article says, following this retcon and the subsequent gaslighting from Games Workshop, numerous hobbyists, enthusiasts, and former customers have canceled their subscriptions to Games Workshop's subscription service, Warhammer Plus, and have pledged to boycott the company going forward. On April 14th, ex-user Grimdark1 shared a screenshot of him canceling his subscription. He wrote, "Kiss my ass, Games Workshop, not another penny." Another user, Velranar, responded to Grimdark1, informing he was boycotting Games Workshop as well. He wrote, "Right there with you, I don't think I'll be buying anything else from Games Workshop, and I'm not even sure if I want to keep anything anymore." And that is about the worst sort of response from customers for Games Workshop right there. They can feed on strong feelings, they can feed on hatred, they can feed on love, they can feed on that sort of thing, but apathy? That will kill a franchise. If we can just stop giving a shit about the stuff that these propagandists have hollowed out and taken over, then we can kill their efforts. But anyhow, others announced they also canceled their Warhammer Plus subscriptions. This user wrote on X, "I canceled mine too. I'm married with kids." He also shared a screenshot of him explaining why he canceled his subscription. "You betrayed the lore and the fans. I will no longer spend money with your company. I will advocate others do the same. You better hope the woke mob supports you, because I will not." And then this user also shared, "I have canceled mine and sending an email that I want a refund. If they decline, I will dispute it with the bank and have it charged back. I am not renewing my White Dwarf subscription, and I was planning to do the new Empyrean subscription, Combat Patrol. Not now." And then this user also indicated he would be boycotting the company moving forward. "I've enjoyed this hobby since second as well. Long nights playing games with friends in a basement for years. I probably have models older than some of the people calling me a tourist. Yeah, sure, now watch me leave with the money I would have spent on future stuff." And this user wrote, "It goes further for me. I also unsubscribed to the 40k channels I was following, except for Arch's second channel, just to track in impending shit show that this IP will become. If the source material turns to slop, there is zero interest in having it regurgitated by YouTubers." And then this user also noted he was boycotting the company. "I feel you. I've been in the hobby since 1998. Work a well-paid job and getting married later this year. God forbid those welfare left can afford Warhammer Plus, but I canceled mine as well. I hate people forcing an unwanted change on something already inclusive and representative." You get the picture. These people are pissed, and rightfully so. And for what? What point did you make here, Games Workshop? I can't help but notice you're not doing the same thing with the Sisterhood, at least not yet. There are no dudes in the Sisterhood. This was just a virtue signal to the feminists out there, and it's a big F-you middle finger to the people who disagree with their woke worldview. Well, Space Pirates, never forget how much these people hate you, and I strongly encourage you to hate them back. I'm not one of these namby-pamby people who just want to get along with everyone, turn the other cheek. No, piss on that. If someone hates me, I give it right back. but I'm going to leave it there. What do you think about what Warhammer has done to their lore? And what do you think of this boycott going on? Do you think it will work? And do you have any ideas about how we can coordinate and organize this stuff better? Drop your thoughts down below and we will chat there.
Thanks for watching, me hearties. If you haven't already, your captain is inviting you to subscribe to the channel and become a part of the crew. Life as a space pirate may not be glamorous, but there's always plenty of booty.